This is where it started. The whole thing. So this is our little morning routine. After I get back from the gym, it's about 7:30. I go out to the garden. I take the little Urban Pioneer and we take a look at the garden and we do a tiny bit of weeding. So we just come out to this bed and we pick a few weeds out of it. We make sure everything's good. We just try to make sure that everything's in good order, nothing's messed up, and just doing a little bit every day goes a very long way. So this is us weeding a little bit. All right, buddy, let's get in here. If you weed a little bit every day, then it's never too bad. But if you let it get away from you and you only weed once a week, weeds get big, they get really rooted, and you can mess up the soil a lot. So I try to just keep after it and make sure that we keep it as weed free as we can by doing a little bit every day. I'm not weeding the whole bed, but coming in and just taking a few out. Here's a little plant that got damaged. This is some of the healthier lettuce that we have. We've got one little guy here that's just started. For some reason, he got a late start. Can you tell us about the garden? Tell us about it. What are you doing? You gardening? Yeah. Get in that garden, buddy. Yeah? Are you picking the weeds, buddy? This is my carrot bed. So we're coming in here and just pulling out some of the weeds by the carrots. The carrots are these small stringy things. And they end up with kind of a, almost like a clover looking end. When they start real stringy and they just look like grass. So you have to be careful. This is a carrot, that's a weed. So you have to be very careful when you're weeding that you know what the plant is. Hey, buddy. You had something to say. Sometimes he likes to help me narrate. And yeah, we just come in here and pull out the stuff. Now we're getting into the beans a little bit. So this is my bean planting. It looks erratic, but it's got a pattern to the madness. We just come in here and we pull out everything that's not a bean. As I said before, I went through here, and some of these, you can see this one. There's two different bean plants here. That's a bean plant and this is a bean plant. I don't need two, I only need one. If I have two bean plants, then one of them's not gonna get enough. So this one was the weaker of the two, so I pulled this one out. And last time, I pulled them out and I planted them here in this small little scab garden. But this one isn't really worth my time. It's poorly developed, it's already withering. Those were a lot stronger, so I left them. So this one, I'm just gonna toss it to the side because it's not really beneficial to me. And we're gonna keep weeding. Occasionally you have to pull out something that you planted to strengthen the plant that you want to survive. I feel like this is a really good metaphor for life. Sometimes you have to take the things that you're already doing and you gotta weed them out of your life because you have things that are more important. Like gardening, or whatever your thing is. But get rid of the stuff that you don't need to make room for the stuff that you need more. Because there's only so many nutrients in the soil and you don't want to overcrowd your garden because that's gonna weaken how much you harvest. That's something I've learned over the last couple of years. All right, well that's the weeding for today. It only took me about 10 minutes. We're heading back in. Some people have already started asking me why I have wire lying on top of them. And this animal right here is the reason I have wire on top of them. He likes to dig in the corners. Right over here you can see an area he messed up. I didn't have it on there and he dug up this corner. And you can see how I have really healthy lettuce plants here and here and here and here, but there's nothing there. That's because he dug. So these wire cages are really just to keep him out of them. he keeps rabbits and things out of my garden, but now I've got to keep him out of there as well.